Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Michaela and I'm going to do with you today a new pattern. It's an underwire pattern and it's a pattern I've been working for some time now, and I'm so happy that I'm finally getting there. I have here my pieces prepared. This, what you're seeing right now, it's my lining, and I'm going to place like that so you can see this is my my main fabric, right? So I'm using exactly the same fabric for the lining as for the color block piece. So like I said, it's an underwire top and it's a deep V top. It's has a ruche to the side. I didn't decide for a name yet, right? But I will be deciding soon. Meanwhile, I'm going to teach you how to do this gorgeous thing. I've got here my little strap, which will come right here in the, well, right here in the middle. I've added a little rhinestone connector since I wanted to add like something special in between. And I've got here two rings, and then I've got already placed my sliders into the straps. I did several spaghetti straps, but I've got also one more to do. I've got here my strap channel, right? And what else? The underwires. The underwires are short underwires. This is very, very important. I'm going to do a size M for my model. And they measure about, if I'm not wrong, 18 centimeters. So they are, yeah, they are short underwires. I don't have a link where I bought them from. I bought them from a shop from here in Spain. So they are 19 centimeters and they measure, I'm going to tell you right now. So they measure up and down. They measure about 6 centimeters and side to side, 12 and a half, 13 centimeters about, right? So yes, in case you were wondering, of course, this pattern is made to be made with short underwires. I think it's quite easy to find on Google, short underwire. This is how I found them. So yeah, we can get started. First things first, as I want to add a foam, like a little padding to my top. I've made these little cuts like that, which will be available as well in the pattern. I've made these little cuts and I've already prepared my overlocker to hem this bit, although it's not absolutely necessary as Lycra does not really come unravel. So Lycra fabric does not come, but if you're using a lining, any other lining made out of proper lining fabric, I'd recommend you to hem. I'm using my overlocker. As you can see, everything is mostly set on 4, and I don't have any differential feed at all. And yeah, practically the settings are on more or less recommended. If you don't have an overlocker, I recommend you doing using a zigzag stitch on your normal sewing machine. This was just a tester because I've just changed the threads, so I want to see everything is correct. So yeah, I'm going to quickly hem these bits. So easy, so fast. Sorry, I was just checking if I'm recording because sometimes I'm not. Okay, so I'm gonna put aside my overlocker for the moment and I'm going to explain you the construction of the top, right? So I've got here my linings already prepared, here and here. That's 1 and 2, and I'm going to start with the proper main fabric, right? And as you can see, I've got these color blocks on, right? And you see there's a side which is slightly thinner, wider, right, up and down, than the other side. So that should be, I will anyways indicate it on the pattern, but is just for you to know that this would be to the side and this would be towards the center, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to place the color block piece, the upper part piece, on top of my lower piece, right? I'm facing right side of the fabric together, and I'm going to pin, and afterwards I'm going first to bust stitch. As you know, lycra can be extremely slippery, so I don't want any errors to make. I'm going to show you what is a bust stitching. Of course, I am focusing on showing you one side, and then I will be doing off camera everything on the other side, right? So you practically just have to mirror everything you do on one side. So it's really working in reverse practically. But if you don't understand any step of that, you can always write me. Like I said, I'm going to show you just one side, and I will be doing the off camera the other side. So yeah, I prefer to show you what it will be the left side, because this will be coming like that towards the breast, right? So this would be the right side. So first thing first, I'm going to do a bust stitching on my normal sew machine. So all this construction of your top, of your underwire top, can be done with a normal sew machine, but I do recommend having a good sewing machine, as sewing underwire really requires a good sewing machine. So I've got here a Singer heavy duty, and it's really helpful. But I also work a lot on my industrial sew machine. But like I said, everything is possible to be done also with a normal sew machine. So first things first, I'm going to do the bust stitching. It's a normal straight stitch with the highest stitch length. And as you can see, I'm not going really fast because I already feel that my fabric is pretty slippery. Okay, so here it is. I'm gonna search in a minute my thread knip. So yes, as you can see, I'm making this little cuts into it, just like that, so it allows a stretch. But afterwards I'm going ahead and I'm going to serge it with my overlock machine. So in case you don't have a serger or an overlocker, I recommend you to do a zigzag stitch. So I'm just gonna quickly thread it, and then I'll be back to show you the next steps. Okay, so I've quickly threaded my sew machine, my overlocker, my serger, and what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go over it and over my stitch, and I'm going to do another stitch over the initial one I've just done. Okay, so now it's time to put together the lining together with my main piece, right? And it will be like this, right? There will be right side of the fabric, right side of the fabric. Okay, so I'm going to place I'm going to turn the lining on the right side of the fabric facing me, and I'm going to place my my main fabric. I'm going to place it over, and I'm going to pin the upper part. Just that. Just the upper part I'm going to pin like that, matching the right side of the fabric together. And again, I'm going to do a bust stitching over, and afterwards I'm going to serge it, but this time I'm going to add elastic to it. So okay, so I did here the bust stitching over, and I've got the little cuts as well made through, and now I'm going to my serger once again, and I'm going to apply as well elastic over like this. So I'm actually using rubber elastic, and I know that many of you ask me if it's obligatory, and I always respond the same thing. It's not obligatory, but it's highly recommended. Okay, so once we've done this on the wrong side of the fabric, I'm going to turn my top on the right side of the fabric right now, and on this side I'm going to pin. So this side will be ruched after, so I'm going to pin like this, and it's incredibly slippery. So I'm going to pin like this, and I'm going to make another serged stitch over, like I would hem it, right? This is practically the idea behind it. And I'm going pretty slow as it's very slippery, and I don't want my fabric to move. Okay, so this is my side, and now I'm going to move over to my normal sew machine, and the same, I'm going to pin. I prefer to do this because first of all I have this little hole over here, but also because I said already that my fabric is very slippery, so it's much easier to stitch when it's already pinned, right? And over this bit I'm going to do a bust stitching, just a simple normal straight bust stitch. So it's not necessarily a hem, because the idea of it's to secure the two layers of fabric together. So this is just simply the idea. I want my fabrics to be fixed together, to function like one practically. And when I reach to this bit, I actually stop and turn my fabric on the other side. Why? Because I want this little hole to be as close as possible. So I'm gonna pull it slightly bit, so it's very, very close. Right, like this. So as you can see, sewing on the wire, it's something really delicate, and it should be treated as it. So you shall not rush into it. and really take your time. Okay, so now we've got the cup already made, prepared, yes. And next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to actually, sorry, I forgot to mention that I've marked here on my pattern. There are these little tiny marks, I don't know, perhaps you see them. I've marked here where the strap will go. It will not, this top does not have perhaps I will make it, I will design it in case you want a side band, but in this moment, in this design, I'm making it actually with a strap. Yeah, so it practically has a side strap, right? So I'm placing the strap right like this, and I've marked it over here, so I'm placing the strap over here like that, and I'm going to do a few straight stitch over. Okay, and I've had a little hump jumper over here. I wanted to show it to you. I think I've lost it. I'm so sorry for my mess. I'm always busy doing, okay, it's here. Sorry. So I've got here something, it's called a hump jumper, something like that. So in case your machine struggles to go over like thicker fabric, you just place it here like underneath, and you lower your presser foot, right? And then you go stitching. This, of course, if your fabric is as thick as this. If not, if it's just a little thicker, but not too much, then you use the other side and you will do it just like that. Personally, I don't need this with my normal sew machine, but in case you do, it will be a good help. All right, so next I'm going to add my little tiny strap, which I don't know where I've put it, the little one with the heart. Yeah, it's over here, sorry. And this will come over here right in the beginning, and of course I want it to be on the facing me, right? So it's on the wrong side, because when I will turn it, it will be facing me, so it's on the wrong side. All right, I'm gonna slide it tiny bit to make sure that I don't get it out. And the same, I'm going to place it here over, and very gently I will do a straight stitch over. So perhaps here my sew machine I wanted to say it struggled, but it didn't. And I'm happy about that. But I would have liked to show you how would have added that bit. All right, so I'm going to trim this tiny bit of the excess fabric here, all right, like this. And now what I'm going to do next, I'm going to place my underwire channel. So I've got here my underwire channel, right? And there is one side which is kind of like, sorry, I'll check if I'm still recording. So there is the one side which is a little bit softer, and the one side which is a little bit like rougher. So we're going to use the side which is softer, and I'm having the fabric facing me, right? And I'll be placing it like this. And what is really, really important is first of all to do the stitch right on the left side as close as possible. And I'm so sorry, I will switch my thread, because in this moment I'm going to sew my strap channel, so I want white thread. Just a second. Okay, I'm back. So I've got here my channel, my underwire channel, and I'm going to place it like that over my fabric, and I'm sewing as much as I can on the left side of the strap channel, and I will surpass this stitch that it's not visible afterwards. When I get to the end, I do a few stitches back and forth before trimming my strap channel, my underwire channel, so sorry. Okay, so now I've sewn already one side, right? And I will be turning it like this, and I would be sewing with the lining facing me. And this is a good moment for you to check if you need to trim anything, in case anything will be possibly visible on the other side, or just simply maybe too bulky, right? So I'm going to turn it like this, and I'm having the lining facing me this time, right? And this is also a very delicate step if you want to do it right, of course. Why? Because you don't want any fabric gathering underneath, right? You want just enough, but also you don't want any fabric gathering underneath. And you see, this is a moment where my sewing machine is having some small problems, right, of going with the first stitches. So I'm going to place my hump jumper over underneath, sorry, and you will see how it works. Yeah, but I also gave a gently pull with my thread, and so I'm slightly pulling the fabric from under me like that it's quite stretched, right? Okay, so here it is. The underwire channel is already sewn, and it looks really nicely on the other side, so not too much fabric gathered. Additionally, if you want, you can do a parallel stitch. I'll probably do one because I don't like that my underwire channel is visible, so I'll be probably doing that. I'm going to switch the thread, and I'm going to do this off camera. It's just simply a parallel stitch right over to cover everything, and then I'm going to show you the next steps. Okay, so I did my parallel stitch, and look how pretty it's looking. Yeah, I took my time. I want to say I went really slow. And now what I'm going to do, I am going to fold inside the side of it. And I want to say, in case your sewing machine really does not go well over really thick stuff, you can actually don't apply the underwire channel so high, so you can just fold it and apply it from about here, but you'll have to check from where about, right? So yeah, so I'm folding it inside like this. Minnie! Sorry, my cat is playing with my sewing machines. Mimi. I'm folding it inside just like that. I did not introduce yet the underwear channel, right? Just so we are clear. Mini. Just got my elastic. And now I'm going to create this strap channel, right? Okay. Strap channel is already made, and now what I'm going to do, now I am going to slide, I'm going to slide the strap through the strap channel, right? I'm using my loop turner. In case you don't have a loop turner, you can always use a safety pin. Of course, having a loop turner is really so much faster. So yes, I'm placing it through. By the way, this is an adjustable this is an adjustable strap, right? So of course I'm having here my slider and my little ring. So first thing we're going to do, actually, I'm going to get my ring and I'm going to place it through like this, through my strap, my side strap, right? And I'm going to do a straight stitch over. And this will immediately, like, first of all, block your strap, right? That it doesn't go away from the strap channel, right? And what it will do, I'm going to place the slider through it. Like this. And I go back through this little ring like that. And now I separate the slider and I place this bit, I place it underneath. And I place it one more time through the slider. And then I'm going to do a straight stitch over. Yeah, and I want to make sure that I'm really doing it with my strap shoulder, right? Okay. So that's the shoulder strap already fixed. And it's totally adjustable like that. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a small loop like this, and I'm going to do a straight stitch over my small loop. Like that. So I know it's a lot of straight stitches over straps of fabric. I know in case your sewing machine is really not made for it, I recommend you to do a hand stitch. Let me just say that I did a lot of hand stitching before I had my industry sewing machines. Okay, I'm going to place it like that, and next I'm going to pass this bead through my loop like this, and I'm going to turn it on the other side, and I'm going to do, for the aesthetic, I'm going to do a straight stitch one more time over this loop, practically here on this in the middle, so it doesn't show this ugly seam underneath. All right, so practically my back strap is now together with my shoulder strap, yes, and they cannot go really far away from each other, and they would work as a normal, let's say, back strap. Okay, so that's side number one, and I'm going to work on the side number two, right? Adding the underwire, I will do it right in the end. So I'm practically just introducing the underwire through this bead, which is not sewn already, and I'm going to secure this this small part over here.